hip hop.
Y'all know how we do.
You're listening to Free Zone, Matthias, aka Mr. 16 Bars, that real hip hop.
We try to tell people that Philly is a special breed. They hate to see us on top, they hate to see us on. They hate to see us come up, they hate we on. They hate the moves that we make because it's made to break them. We give them knowledge on tracks and hope our words can save them. I guess it's hard to give props when you know you lesser. So we right on your heels, I hope you feel the pressure. Rappers faking a role, my shoes will never fit them. Before you come at a king, I let my soldiers get them. I'm from Philly where hot corners they turn chilly. It's so amazing, so grateful just to be here. Almost feel like Whitney Houston is right here beside me. Come on, y'all, let's put it together. Let's go. I learned how to make my words come to life. I learned from Flavor Flav, you can't believe the hype. Writing every bar, I learned to be myself. I learned it never pays to be like someone else. The road was long, I learned you gotta ask for help. I learned when it gets real, you have to help yourself. And when you building, most will criticize the dream. Cause people talk the talk, but they ain't what they say. I learned from MC Hammer, you can't save the hood. Cause when the money's gone, they gon' leave for good. The road to hell is always paved with good intentions. You gotta beat the game, you gotta pay attention. A woman's heart is so much different than her mind. I guess that's why most of them can't be on time. I learned that a soulmate will give you value. A chick that's running game won't give a damn about you. I learned when you shine, you have to shine bright. Cause sometimes in this world, you are the only light. I learned to have much, I learned to live without. I learned when to speak and when to close my mouth. I learned to make a dollar, turned it into thousands. I learned how to fight living in public housing. I learned that the rich will always use the poor and have the middle class always wanting more. I learned that white folks don't understand our struggle. Slavery and racism was never settled. My bars go hard, far beyond the flow. I learned that it ain't what you know, but who you know. I learned a good friend is closer than a brother. Just because we blood don't mean we love each other. I learned that black folks ain't never find their way. That's why we so divided to this present day. I learned that you really are what you eat. The FDA don't really know what's in the meat. I look towards the heaven, I am not alone. When God became flesh, he made the earth his home. I learned from Scarface that the world is yours. See, some are scared to fight, but they'll send you to war. I'm from the struggle, Philly, I was wanting more. The dream is so vivid, it's worth dying for. Going in the purest sense, I'm nice with words. And MC, music flow with my words. I learned when to turn it up and turn it down. Turn it on and turn it off, I shut it down. Hip hop music in its purest form. Think tank movement, what you waiting for?
That real hip hop, real hip hop. You're listening to Free Zone, Matthias, aka Mr. 16 Bars, that real hip hop.
I'm joined by Matthias, aka 16 Bars. He's here to talk about his sophomore album. He's been putting in some work in this hip hop game for a minute, and we welcome him to Philly on the Rise. Matthias, 16 Bars.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome to the program. Obviously, we got this nice shirt you got going on here, old school hip hop.
Yes, indeed.
Old school hip hop versus new school hip hop. What are your thoughts on that?
I think a lot of the new school hip hop lacks a lot of the history that's associated with old school hip hop.
Okay.
You know, the fundamentals. You know, the stage performance, the crowd control,
right.
The MCing part. You
sure.
know, but for the most part, you know, there is a sense of creativity, but it's done at such a lower level.
And it seems as though they're hiding behind the beats, not really grinding MCing.
They are, you know, and what has happened is a lot of the MCs today, they take on a very simplistic style of rapping. You know, where back in the day, your KRS-Ones,
sure.
you know.
That's one of my all-time greats.
Yeah.
KRS-One, right.
You know, your
your Chuck D's, you know what I'm saying? Your professor,
Large Professor?
Large Professor, even Large
Okay,
Professor,
yeah,
and all those
yeah, yeah.
guys. You know, with Large Professor more so as a producer, you know. But a lot of these guys, the content is just on a very, very simplistic level, you know. And it's like it's almost as if they're scared to talk about things that matter.
And what I love about your music is that you do talk about things that matter. You do talk about some issues that affect our community. You were actually serving, what, 2 terms over in Iraq?
Yes, 2 tours in Iraq.
Okay, okay.
You know, the first time, you know, I was stationed at Washington Station, but I got deployed to Iraq the first time. Second time around, I was out of the military, but I still had some inactive ready reserve time.
Okay, okay.
And during that 4-year time span, I got called back, and I wound up being attached to a South Carolina National Guard unit,
Okay.
151.
Sure.
And I rounded up in Missoula.
Okay, okay. That was your second time. Your
That was
second
my
time around,
second
you were
time.
in Missoula.
Yeah, I was in
So let's
Missoula.
talk about between the first and second time. That's when you dropped your first album.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for you
Yes.
coming home and getting into the studio and dropping a hip-hop album?
Well, actually, the first album, The Forgotten, actually I dropped after the second deployment.
Okay, after the second.
After the second deployment. So what happened was, you know, Missoula was a rough place. A lot of mortar rounds, living conditions weren't that great. And I said to myself, as I was in my shoe and I heard the mortar rounds come in, I said, if I ever get a chance
Yes.
to step in another studio,
Okay.
I'm going to do what I need to do in order to be successful.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
at it. So, you know, definitely I'm blessed because a lot of brothers didn't come back
Right, right,
with
right.
all of their faculties.
Yeah.
You know, and when I came back, I was able to do, you know, I came back with laser sharp focus.
Okay.
You know, and I felt that between growing up in North Philly and my military experience, I had a lot to say.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. You know,
And
so-
you definitely have a lot to say, a lot of positive to say.
Yes.
The video we just watched, I Learned.
Yes.
Talk
yes.
to us about I Learned and the inspiration for that video.
I Learned is basically pretty much 36 years of life lessons.
Okay.
You know, so what made me come up with the video, you know, was because there was a lot of statements that I felt that the younger generation needed to be aware of. You know, one of the statements I said, I learned that you really are what you eat. The FDA doesn't really know what's in the meat.
Okay.
You know,
Sure,
and
sure.
I mean, little statements, little jabs like that, just to get people thinking.
And that could transcend, not just
Yes.
food, but
Yes.
that could transcend what you read, what
Yes.
you listen to.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Give us another statement that you made.
I said, well, there was quite a few, you know, so I said, the FDA doesn't really know what's in the meat. I look towards the heavens, I am not alone.
Okay.
When God became flesh, he made the earth his home.
Okay.
You know,
Okay,
so
yeah.
you know, and that's more so on the spiritual side of things because I am a believer, I'm a Christian.
Sure.
You know, so a
Okay.
lot of brothers may think that I'm a Hebrew Israelite.
Okay.
A lot of people may think that I'm Muslim, scientific more, but I study the teachings of Yeshua ben Yosef, Jesus Christ.
Okay, sure.
And so forth. So, but a lot of times it's like people may question that
Sure,
because
sure, sure.
I come from a different. I'm very well read.
Uh-huh,
So.
And it comes forth in your lyrics.
Yes.
A few minutes ago, you mentioned the young folks of today.
Yes.
And we have a very strong movement of young folks, Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
What is your thought on that movement?
I believe that the Black Lives Matter movement was something that was needed during the time because when you think about it, Black Lives Matter came about around 2013, 2012 after the Zimmerman case with Trayvon Martin.
Correct.
And the police brutality that was going on, and not just police brutality, but just brutality on black folks as a whole, there needed to be a national spotlight. And what the Black Lives Matter movement did was it actually put that issue on a national level, and it exposed a lot of different things. See, I believe that what we forget is that our police department was initially set up to protect the assets of the uber rich.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Yeah.
so we believe in stuff that the police are here to, you know, to protect and serve and so forth and this and that. But they're really here to protect and serve those that have.
Yeah.
You know, because the uber rich didn't want to have to incur the cost of protecting their own assets.
Okay.
They wanted the state to have to do it.
Okay. Okay.
And that's why your first police department got started in Boston.
Sure. Sure.
You know,
Sure.
and so forth, and it went from Boston to New York to Philadelphia.
And so forth and so on. Let's return to the conversation of Black Lives Matter,
Okay.
and bring a national spotlight to some of the external issues that plague our community. But there's also a lot of internal issues that plague our community. Tons and tons of black on black crime. So, do you think that Black Lives Matter focuses enough on some of those internal issues, or are they only concerned about external issues?
I believe that they do try to tap into, issues within the community that are within our particular group. See, the problem is that many of us have forgotten who we are. When you got to remember, us as African Americans and stuff, we were stripped of our history, of our culture. So everything that we do, we're in a search for trying to find a sense of identity, and a lot of times and stuff, we have taken on this self-fulfilling prophecy that the media has portrayed us to be. And many of our young people are acting out that image. But one of the things I will say, Black Lives Matter does point out that that's a false image. That's not who we are.
I got you.
For that, I salute. I gotta salute those guys and stuff, man, and those young people for marching and everything else.
And they can't work in a vacuum.
Yeah, they can.
So they can try their best to kind of switch that image that the media portrays.
Yes.
But obviously there's other facets, other things that can be done to change that image.
Yes.
What are some of those things you think can be done?
I believe the biggest thing is making sure that you have the knowledge of self. When you know
Knowledge of who you are
who
as
you
an
are
individual.
as an individual, both mentally, spiritually, and so culturally, and so forth. And I think once you know where you come from, once you understand that you you come from greatness, you abide by that.
Sure.
And you have a standard. A lot of us, we just need to remember
Where we came from and who we are.
and who we are.
Let's return back to the music. You're putting together some awesome things, and obviously, again, this is your sophomore album. Quite a few tracks on here.
Yes.
Do you have kind of a favorite track that you really, really enjoy making?
I have one track. It's called "I'm a Good Man."
Okay.
And it's actually the track starts off with an excerpt from Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
And it's a very, very powerful, and the whole purpose of the actual song is to make people aware of the different things that black people have contributed in America.
Yeah.
So it's a history lesson as well. And because we as people of color, we have invented quite a few
Yes.
things that the average person may
Would
not
not even know
realize.
that we've done those things. Quite a few tracks on this sophomore album. There's a song on here, "I'll Shine." What was the inspiration for "I'll Shine"?
Just in a world filled with so much darkness.
Okay.
We have to always remember that we are the salt of the world. And if we lose that saltiness, what are we good for?
Yeah.
Salt is used to preserve.
Yeah.
It's used as flavor. And if we are not preserving the culture,
Okay.
what's going to happen is that the culture is going to die and pass away.
Exactly. So I guess you can give us a couple seconds of "I'll Shine," maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds. Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Which camera should you look at? Which camera?
Does it matter?
Let's look at this camera here.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. "I'll Shine." The floor is yours.
All
16
right.
bars.
You ever try so hard to try to be something, treated less than dirt like you was worth nothing? Every dollar you make, you can't keep nothing. Walk around this earth like I will hurt something. Lord knows I'm stressed, I'm trying to build something. bigger than me. You know I'm trying to leave something to the kids that dream. I wish that I could fly. It's hard to live so low, that's why they stay high. See, the ghetto is hard, and so my life is real. A lot of goons in my city, that makes it hard to chill. Wisdom is bleak and ignorance is so ill. While we live in the hood and rattle for a deal, maybe murder a rapper just for a cheap thrill. I never needed a gun to keep the verses real. Hard work with hard bars, the pain hurts. Take a moment to pause, that's how God works.
Matthew 16, Matthias 16 bars. Thanks a lot, young brother.
Okay.
So where can we find you? I mean, you're spitting some good stuff. Are you performing somewhere? Can we find you on YouTube? How do we find you?
You can do a search for me on YouTube, Matthias 16 bars. I'm also, my website is www.matthias16bars.com. I'm on SoundCloud under www.soundcloud.com/Matthias16bars. Reverb Nation, www.reverbnation.com/Matthias16bars. So I'm all throughout the net.
All throughout the net.
And also on Instagram, Matthias16bars.
You know? That's all good stuff. So we got to go out and cop this, right?
Yes,
as soon as possible.
yes, indeed. Yes,
you heard it
indeed.
here live, Matthias 16 bars, and thanks for watching.
That real hip hop.
Y'all know how we do.
You're listening to Free Zone, Matthias, aka Mr. 16 Bars. That real hip hop.
We try to tell people that Philly is a special breed. They hate to see us on top, they hate to see us on. They hate to see us come up, they hate we on. They hate the moves that we make because it's made to break them. We give them knowledge on tracks and hope our words can save them. I guess it's hard to give props when you know you lesser. So we right on your heels, I hope you feel the pressure. Rappers faking a role, my shoes will never fit them. Before you come at a king, I let my soldiers get them. I'm from Philly with hot corners, they turn chilly. Tight shirts with tight jeans, they never feel me. Young boys confused, they think I'm too preachy. Old head in the game and still rep my city. I'm